हेलो एवरीवन, आज मैं आपके लिए एक नया वीडियो लेकर आई हूँ जो कि टॉपिक पर है जीएसटी। तो शुरू करने से पहले अगर आपने मेरा चैनल अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सबसे पहले मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करिए और बेल आइकन दबाना मत भूलिएगा, जिससे कि मैं जैसी न्यू वीडियो अपलोड करूँ आपको उसका नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए। और प्लीज़ मेरे वीडियो को एंड तक देखिएगा और अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक एंड कमेंट ज़रूर करें। तो चलिए अब शुरू करते हैं वीडियो के साथ। GST and new financial instruments, goods and service tax. GST is an indirect tax which has replaced many indirect taxes in India. The Goods and Services Tax Act was passed in the Parliament on 29 March 2017. The Act came into effect on 1st July 2017. Goods and Services Tax law in India is a comprehensive, multi-stage, destination-based tax that is levied on every value addition. In simple words, Goods and Services Tax is an indirect tax levied on the supply of goods and services. This law has replaced many indirect tax laws that previously existed in India. GST is one indirect tax for the entire country. Evolution of GST. The GST journey began in the year 2000. When a committee was set up to draft law, it took 17 years from then for the law to evolve. In 2017, the GST bill was passed in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Finally, on 1st July 2017, the GST law came into force. Tax structure of India before GST. Direct taxes, income tax, corporate tax, wealth tax, indirect taxes, excise duty, custom duty, service tax, and VAT. VAT is value added tax. Indirect taxes, central sales tax, service tax, excise duty, custom duty, value added tax. GST as indirect tax. With the implementation of GST, we have already witnessed a number of positive changes in the fiscal domain of India. The various taxes that were mandatory earlier are now obsolete. Objectives of GST: ensuring that the cascading effect of tax on tax will be eliminated, improving the competitiveness of the original goods and services, thereby improving the GDP rate too, ensuring the availability of input credit across the value chain, reducing the complications in tax administration and compliance, making a unified law involving all the tax bases, law and administration procedure across the country, decreasing the unhealthy competition among the tax states due to taxes and revenue, reducing the tax slab rates to avoid further classification issues. Tax components of GST. CGST. CGST stands for Central GST. This is applicable on supplies within the state. Tax collected will be shared to center. SGST. SGST stands for State GST. This is applicable on supplies within the state. Tax collected will be shared to state. IGST. IGST stands for Integrated GST. This is applicable of interstate and import transaction. Tax collected is shared among center and state. Present GST rate center are as follows. Rate slab and number of items are given to you, and it is based on different GST patterns like mostly agriculture procedures. Number of items 183 0%, branded cereals, edible oils, insulins, footwear up to 1000 5%, butter and other fats, pasta, diabetic foods, mobile phones, bicycles 12%, vinegar, marble, paints, plywood 18%, cement, auto parts, ACs, tobacco, aerated drinks 28%. Now, besides, there are two more slabs of 3% levied on gold, silver, semi-precious stones, and 0.25% on diamond and others. Features of GST. removing cascading tax effect, higher threshold for registration, composition scheme for small businesses, online simpler procedure under GST, lesser compliances, defined treatment for e-commerce, increase efficiency in logistics, regulating the unorganized sector. Comparison chart advantages and disadvantages. It will remove cascading effect. It will replace all the major indirect taxes. Help in seamless flow of goods across our nation. It will reduce flow of black money. The disadvantages of GST are as follows. Higher tax burden for manufacturing SMEs. Change in business software. Increase in tax price for certain goods lead to increase in price. Mid-year GST implementation makes it more complicated. Cheaper and expensive. We are talking about goods that have become cheaper, but the goods which have become expensive due to GST are as follows. Cheaper ones are movie tickets, dining in restaurants, two-wheeler, entry-level sedans, televisions, ACs, refrigerators, washing machine, gas, electric stove, essential food items like edible oil, basic food products like wheat, rice, pulses, soaps and oils. But the expensive items are as follows. Mobile telephone bills, insurance premium, banking, investment, wealth management service, Wi-Fi service, DTH service, online booking of bus, train, air tickets, residential and commercial rentals, e-commerce shopping, tobacco, cold drinks and junk food. Impact of GST on spending. Reshaping of indirect tax. Indirect tax was difficult to understand and improving the tax structure. Export. Export has become competitive as cascading effect has been eliminated. Inflation. GST has led to rise in inflation rate which will remain for a year, but after that GST will affect positively on the economy. Impact of GST are as follows. GST structure in India is given single tax GST, single tax, computerized uniform procedures, CGST, SGST, IGSTs, entry tax and octrine, entertainment tax, electricity duties, luxury tax, VAT, state levels. These pre-GST indirect taxes are now removed and only GST tax structure is followed in India. GST is a short-term impact. From the viewpoint of the consumer, they would now have to pay more tax for the most of the goods and services they consume. The majority of everyday consumables now draw the same or a slightly higher rate of tax. Furthermore, the GST implementation has a cost of compliance attached to it. It seems that its cost of compliance will be prohibitive and high for the small-scale manufacturers and traders, who have also protested against the same. They may end up pricing their goods at higher rates. What are the future looks like? GST would not just mean a lower rate of tax but also minimum tax slab. The impact of GST on macroeconomic indicator is likely to be very positive in the medium term. Inflation would be reduced as the cascading tax on tax effect of taxes would be eliminated. The revenue from the taxes for the government is very likely to increase with an intended tax net, and the fiscal deficit is expected to remain under the checks. Moreover, exports would grow while FDI, foreign direct investment, would also increase. Summing up GST. There are 5 rates of taxes in GST, that is 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. There is a provision of 5 years imprisonment for those who do not pay GST. The first state which implemented the GST was Assam. GST is an indirect tax is more broader terms. It can be said a federal tax. After the implementation of GST, tradition of tax upon tax is eliminated. The biggest reason behind the implementation of GST is to bring uniformity in the tax system of the country. New financial instruments: floating rate note, zero coupon bond, deep discount bond, revolving underwriting facility, and auction rate bond. Floating rate note is a debt instrument with a variable interest rate tied to a benchmark rate. Zero coupon bond is a debt security that does not pay interest but trades at a deep discount, rendering a profit at maturity. Deep discount bond is a bond that sells at a significantly lesser value than par. Revolving underwriting facility is a form of revolving credit in which a group of underwriters agrees to provide loans if a borrower is unable to sell in the market. Auction rate bond is a debt security with an adjustable interest rate. The maturities are fixed terms of 20 to 30 years. Secured premium notes are issued with the warrant which is detached and can be redeemed after a notice period of 4 to 7 years. Domestic convertible bonds are hybrid securities that allow the investors to separate the embedded equity portion from the bond and trade it separately. Differential voting rights share is like an ordinary equity share but provide fewer voting rights to the shareholder. Securitized paper, the bond resulting from changing financial assets into securities. Municipal bond is a debt security issued by the state or country to finance its capital expenditures and are exempt from various taxes, making them attractive to people in high income tax brackets. Thanks for watching my video till the end. Please like, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for getting updated with the videos.